Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. You know, hope. I can see why people don't like hope. I mean, hell, I did sit there and coin the phrase succubus, right? But in this episode, you can see exactly just where Hope's mind frame, her intentions, and just who she is in a sense in this episode. She's not there talking to Zende. And she's talking about how the company is doing a lot better, and it can only go up from here, and this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, Zenya's like, I'm not trying to pop your bubble or anything like that, but like Carter ain't exactly happy. Like he really does not look happy. The only person that is excited about this whole thing is you. And of course, Hope is like, well, no, no, no. Carter's excited about it. I'm like, so you know how he feels. You're inside his head. He does make a point of mentioning Daphne a couple of times. Like he's doing it specifically to sit there and get under her skin, to make her jealous, to throw her off balance. Something. I have no idea why, but he kept sitting there bringing up her name on purpose. And then she kept trying to downplay, like, yeah, she's a great addition to Forrester. Her line is going to be great. Like her perfume is going to be great. She's going to be a great addition. Da 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 da. And of course Carter, and of course Zenny's like, well, her and Carter work so well together on a professional level. I'm like, okay, I see exactly what you're doing there. Meanwhile, Daphne has been working on Carter's psyche for a hot minute. Now, again, one of the things I can sit there and appreciate is them toning down her level of cringe, because it's just been like off the damn charts at this point. But she does sit there and remind him, hey, listen, you got this great win and this great victory, but it feels hollow. You know what you're doing is wrong. And since you're a good man, and long story short, she's like, listen, you proved your point. And I think at this point, the Force can sit there and see you as a worthy asset. You can negotiate. You know what I'm saying? Like you can give back the company. You can also negotiate um, for them to keep hope on. And for a hot minute, he actually wants to sit there and jump on it, because there's one point where he's like, there's one point where she says something. I don't know exactly what she said verbatim, but she's like, either you've been sitting there thinking about giving back the company for a while. But long story short, Hope hasn't. Now there's a point where she kisses Carter, and Hope sees it and doesn't say anything, doesn't walk in there, doesn't try to stop it or anything like that. But in the preview, she does sit there and say that's the first and last time you're going to sit there and make a play for Carter. Now, here's the thing. If Carter was just the COO and not the head honcho or whatever, not really pushing her line and stuff like that, if, in a sense, or even if you just like, not exactly her boss or anything like that, if she saw no value in him as far as like for a benefit for her, she would have dumped him. She would have dumped him right then and there. She would have dumped him. But she's not dumping him, and she's just, you know, saying words to Daphne because she knows that it would affect her bottom line. That's the thing about Hope. This was any other situation, she would have dumped him. But she knows better in a sense. Now, Taylor finds out that Finn and Poppy slept together. Then she finds out that Luna is Finn's daughter. And this is where the conversation just gets really off the goddamn rails. Because there's a point where it's like they have to stretch out the show. You have to stress the living hell out of this show. So what does she do? For the first 4 minutes or 5 minutes, she's like, no, no, that can't be true. It's a lie. I don't care what you say. It's a lie. You two just got back on solid ground. Yeah, that's cool, but he does have a daughter. You have a daughter. You're fighting hard for your daughter right now, but it's okay for you to fight hard for your daughter. It's not okay for him to fight hard for his daughter. You want to sit there and think of it as y'all two just got back on solid ground. Like, F the fact that he has a daughter, which is a very self-centered thing. But oh, no, no, no. It just gets so much worse. Because now she's like, why would Finn do that? Why would Finn sit there and drop a bomb on you like that? Why would he dump all that on you? Taylor, what did you want him to do? Did you want him to lie to Stephanie? And I love how she sits there and says that, like, you know, dump all that on her, as though she's the only one that's being affected by this whole damn thing. And I understand you know, she's in mama bear mode or some bullshit that they call it. But I'll say, tell you the truth, F your daughter. This isn't just about your daughter's feelings. And then she's like, well, how much more can you take? What do you want her to do? You want her to sit there and dump Finn because his daughter just has to sit there and be Luna? Are you kidding me? Because that's what she's practically sitting there saying. And I'm like, bro, you're not helping right now. You are not helping. Meanwhile, um, yeah, he gets to the door, he hugs her, and Finn gets to the door, he hugs Luna and everything like that. He wants to know what is he doing there? What is she doing there? Why did Bill get her out of jail? And you know what Luna does? She does the same thing that she's been doing for a hot minute ever since, I guess, she's been working Bill in a sense. I'm going to apologize for everything that I did. Killing Hollis and Tom, and I wasn't me. I was a different person, and it's like it was an out-of-body experience, and making excuses, and be like, I'm so sorry what I did to Steffi, and da 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 da. That's what winds up happening. That's what winds up happening. Finn hugs her and everything like that, and of course, and this is where it gets to a point where it's like, I just start rolling my eyes and looking at my phone, because she's like, maybe I wouldn't have been such a bad person if I knew who my dad was. Maybe I wouldn't have sat there and done all this stuff if I knew who my dad was. And I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Yes, there's always a good chance. That's the thing. There's always a good chance, and this is the narrative that they want to go with. There's always a good chance that if Finn was actually in her life, that he could have helped. He could have showed her a better path. He could have been a responsible one, because clearly Poppy was basuda when it came towards being a parent. But then one can always argue that people have actually had rough lives and rougher lives than her, and did not sit there and turn out to be a killer. And then there's people that has had very good lives, like two very loving and stable parents, and they still want to become killers. So this whole song and dance and whining and crying doesn't mean two flying shits to me when it comes towards her, oh, if only I knew my dad. Yeah, I don't care. But he does hug her, and he's all like, listen, I didn't know, and everything like that. And in the previews, he does sit there and tell her that he is a father. So, let's see what else. Yeah. Okay. One thing that I want to sit there and clarify up, and I'll probably do this tonight in the members live stream. So, Taylor was like, what Poppy did to Finn was wrong. Yes, they weren't blood related. He was barely 18, and he saw her as a authority figure, an aunt. And so that's what makes it so weird and so wrong in senses, right? You go to the gates. You got Andre and Danny, and they hook up. Now, Andre was more taken in by the family. Taken in by the family. I don't know if he was adopted to he was adopted to Nicole or not. It seems like he's more of a family friend that was just taken in, or maybe he could have been his adopted son. But the point is that there's differences. There's large differences because they hooked up much later in life. The dude's not 18, right? He never actually really spent time with Danny like that, as far as like calling her Aunt Danny or whatever, you know. So it's vastly different than him barely turning legal age and then her deciding, okay, you're old enough to me. So I just want to sit there and clarify that. Now I feel like that might be more stuff to it, but I can't sit there and think of it off the top of my head. So come to the live stream tonight. Well, either write it down in the comment section or both, and come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I'll be talking about all the shows, about the beautiful Young and Restless, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, and of course Beyond the Gates, which is 5. And if you're a Hollyoaks fan, it will be 6. With that being said, I'm gonna go. I'll see you in the next video.